Hey guys, and welcome to my Skyrim Special Edition review for the Xbox One. An arrow to the knee wouldn't have stopped this review from occurring, so without any delay, let's get straight into it. For returning console players, Skyrim Special Edition wasted no time in showing off all of its improvements graphically from its 2011 release on the Xbox 360 to now on Xbox One, including better art and effects, dynamic depth of field, volumetric god rays, and much, much more. Whether it was you staring at the sunset or sunrise over the mountains in the distance, or exploring one of the countless cave systems, or even just getting lost in the wilderness, the entire time you're playing feels like you're getting to play how Skyrim was always intended to be on console. The gameplay remains solid for returning players to instantly get comfortable with their old playstyles, but without having saves transfer over, also provided a genuine feeling of starting over and being able to experience new ways to play the game from the beginning, and even incorporate them into your already known and mastered formula. I was constantly finding myself in awe at just how well Bethesda was able to deliver on their advertisements on the impact of the graphical improvements, with the beauty of Skyrim constantly showcasing itself. And then there's mod support, enabling console users to have the same feeling of never running out of new experiences that was until now strictly reserved to PC users. Only one word comes to mind with this knowledge, and that is finally. If you're avoiding mods to try and have that vanilla feel, then I have to admit you are missing out on some amazing software that only adds to the immersion, such as setting up camps, having to survive, generating larger towns, open cities, weather effects, dialogue, unique taverns, or even just my personal favorite being the unofficial patch mod that fixes so many issues throughout the entire game, as well as removing certain exploits, including an infamous Skyforge get-rich-quick scheme. Now, some of you may be wondering, why would we want to get rid of something that initially makes the game easier? Well, to each their own, but I found that doing this certain glitch back in the original release would only wind up ruining the experience, providing you with less endgame to look forward to, as you would have already had the ability to unlock certain things far sooner, which would only wind up creating a rut of doing interesting quests, but feeling non-rewarded from them, as the items you are now receiving are practically worthless. It's true that the mod support being added to the game, especially with a 5 GB limit provided for Xbox One, and the very mediocre limit of 1 GB on PlayStation 4, add a whole new depth, and it is welcomed with open arms. However, there are still issues that I cannot ignore, especially on a game just as beloved as this. For starters, all of our original bugs and glitches that Bethesda didn't officially fix in the 360 Skyrim or PS3 Skyrim are present from the get-go unless you've downloaded the unofficial patch mod, which does fix many of these. Mammoths walking in the sky, animals appearing at the starting area preventing it from progressing forward, dragons sometimes flying through terrain or objects on the terrain, having dialogue no longer moving forward where you're now stuck on a quest and cannot progress it any further as you cannot talk to a certain person. The list goes on. And while there is the patch that does fix a lot of these, as they did so on the PC, it's just still no excuse that Bethesda, for a remaster launched at full price, wouldn't have fixed these themselves so a mod wouldn't have to be downloaded, taking up much needed and valuable space while more mods become available. Character models as well do not appear to have been updated and honestly only look a bit better, in part because of the better lighting in the game. The UI as well remains unchanged, as we wait for the mod to be released, as they are working on it for Special Edition, although I'm not 100% sure if it will be coming to Xbox One or PlayStation 4, but I am hoping for it, and I'm sure a lot of you are as well. It bothers me a bit that this remaster shipped at full price without any attention being put towards improving the immersive experience and instead focusing purely on the graphical updates. Now, I'm not hating on Bethesda or the Elder Scrolls in any way, shape, or form, only that for a remaster to not have its bugs and glitches fixed from the original game, with only a mod available which will stop you from getting achievements, and then is shipped at full price, does feel a bit ridiculous. Now, as this is my first review, I have to clarify that my ratings go from a 0 to 10 ratio, with 0 being horrendous, 1 being terrible, 2 is bad, 3 is your poor quality, 4 is less than average, 5 is average, 6 above average, 7 is good, 8 is a great game, 9 it's amazing, and 10 is just your perfect game. As well, this is only a remaster, so my review is going to be a bit shorter than normal. With all of that out of the way, Skyrim, with all of its improvements graphically, same fantastic soundtrack with a patch on the way to improve its quality back to what the original game shipped with, its solid gameplay, bugs and glitches that were from the original release, and now with full mod support, it grabs a 9.5 out of 10 and my personal recommendation to go out and get this game if you haven't already. Whether you're a returning Dovahkiin or new to the franchise, you are going to fall in love with what Skyrim Special Edition delivers. Especially if you're looking for an action RPG with hundreds upon hundreds of hours of gameplay, which isn't even including the DLCs that are shipped with the copy at no extra cost, or the user-generated content now made available thanks to mod support. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Remember to hit that subscribe button if you've liked what you heard, as more reviews on upcoming titles are on their way. If you feel I didn't touch on a subject you were hoping to have talked about, or would like to see my opinion on a past title, please don't hesitate to leave a comment in the comment section below, or send me an email. This is Crafty Ghost signing off, and I'll see you guys at the next Crafty review.